안녕하세요, 여러분. Morning, everybody. We're starting off with Italian, but I don't know how to say hello, everybody, in Italian. Which is silly because I know more Italian than Korean, but hey, here we are. Do we want to leave music on while we're studying? Just a little bit in the background. I can't decide. Hi, Koala, how are you? You know, I feel like caps are entirely, like, acceptable for a yeehaw, you know? I am sort of tired. I didn't sleep great last night. But we're here, and we're trying something a little bit different today. We're gonna be learning some languages. Well, brushing up on some languages. I already know these languages. But yeah. It's gonna be a nice, cozy, chill Sunday. Please! Why do you always do this to me, OBS? This one. Gimme. Okay. Alright. We're just gonna be screwing around in some Duolingo. So... I, once upon a time, was conversational in Italian. But after you haven't spoken a language for like 10 years, you lose a lot of it. Like a lot of it. I could not hold a conversation in Italian anymore. I could understand when somebody was saying something to me. But outside of that, no, it's awful. So for the first little bit of stream today, we're gonna work on some Italian. And then I think we're gonna switch over to Korean. I was nowhere near fluent with Korean, but I knew a fair bit, and then same deal. You don't speak a language for a few years, and then all of a sudden it's gone. Who would have guessed? Hey, Megabyte, how's it going? We're gonna start off with a progress quiz, because we're all gonna figure out how terrible I am. Things are pretty good. We're just trying new things, getting on a schedule, doing all that. Nice. I've decided that I'm going to turn off the music in the background. I'm not feeling it. Also, I'm sorry if I sound a little stuffy, guys. It's because I am. My allergies have not been happy lately. Yeah, so I was just saying, Megabyte, I used to be conversational in Italian. I am Italian. My paternal grandmother's side is Italian from Italy. My great-grandparents were first generation here. Not for... I don't actually know how that works out. Like, are you first generation if you're born here? Because then my grandma would be first generation. And my great-grandparents immigrated here. But yeah, I used to be conversational, and then I didn't speak the language for 10 years, and I've lost a lot. Like, I mean, obviously I know the woman is La Donna.
La donna.
Ta-da, we did it. Look at how happy she is. The cook has cheese on the plate. The cook is going to be il cuoco. Il cuoco.
Cuoco.
I know nothing about Portuguese. Has cheese on the plate. Formaggio nel piatto.
Piatto.
Bam. Look at that. I know Italian. I know how to say that the cook has cheese on the plate. It's a very useful sentence, guys, let me tell you. Cats do not eat bananas. I gatti...
I gatti
non
mangiano le
banane.
banane. I minuti diventano secondi.
Diventano secondi. The minutes become seconds. This is what's screwed me up. My mother is in the kitchen. Mia madre è in cucina. Italian is a really easy language, guys. Just putting it out there. Portuguese is similar to Spanish, isn't it? It's hot today. Fa fredda. What's hot?
Fa fredda.
Fuck.
Aspettiamo un minuto.
There's also another word that was in that sentence that I completely ignored. Wait a minute. Oh, it would be we wait a minute. So here's the thing is I've learned Korean more recently. And with Korean, like the subject, I guess, of the sentence is a lot less important. Whereas like in Italian, right, the ending here of "yamo" means we. So this sentence specifically is we wait a minute, whereas in Korean you would just sort of gather from context clues. Like you can specify, but it's a lot less important. So my brain just has a lot of difficulty like switching between those two things. You can have a conversation with someone who speaks Portuguese and Spanish as well. Ah, gotcha. It's really weird. Like the Latin-based languages are really easy to learn, right? You've got the Romance languages of Italian, Spanish, and French. But for some reason, like I just pick up the Asian languages so much easier. Like this is a struggle sometimes. Hi, Flying. Yeah, no, we're learning some language on a Sunday morning. What's your problem? We have a kitchen.
Abbiamo
Una cucina. Yeah.
Cucina.
I could definitely use some coffee. Why don't I have coffee, Flying? What the fuck?
Mio cugino fa l'avvocato.
Mio cugino fa l'avvocato. My cousin is a lawyer. Is a lawyer. Cafe. That's what it is. It's cafe. Do they have breakfast together? Breakfast is colazione, I think. This one I don't know. I don't know this one at all. Okay. Fanno. Colazione. What sounds like together. Very, very grumpy looking brown bears at that. Breakfast together.
Adesso.
Adesso? Fuck. Nope.
La scrittrice.
I took a guess. I shot my shot. I was wrong.
La scrittrice.
La scrittrice. My pronunciation is so bad. What did you get addicted to now, Flying? What did you do? The writer. What did you do? What?
La nostra cucina ha una griglia.
La nostra cucina ha una griglia. Oh no. Oh no, why did you fall down that rabbit hole? How could you, Flame? Nostra cucina. Why would you throw away your life like that? Nostra. Oh, that's our. Who? Okay, our kitchen has a grill. I knew that Nostra was our.
Io sono basso.
Io sono basso.
Sono libero stasera.
Sono libero stasera. I am free this evening. See, like, it's pretty, like, easy, right? Like, if we break this down. So sono comes from io sono. So that's I. I am specifically. In Italian, so you've got io sono, tu sei, lei, blah, 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 blah. And basically, io sono is I am. You can leave the io, which means I, off, and just have sono and gather context from that. Libero, if you understand basic English, so like liberty is freedom, right? So libero, you can gather context. And then stasera, sera is evening in Italian. So you're just like, oh yeah, no, this is this evening. Ta-da! I know words. Language is really easy, guys. You just need to break things down sometimes. I don't know that I agree that it's great. Yeah, and that's the thing, especially with the Latin languages, is that you can find little bits like that, that can help. Because English is sort of a mix of the Latin-based languages and the Germanic languages. So little things like libero, we have a form of that word in our language.
È una prigione vecchia.
È una prigione vecchia. It is something. Vecchia. I know vecchia, I just can't remember what it means. So this is one where we're just gonna take a guess. It is... There's nothing in this that indicates the use of an. Definitely not books. I also was thinking spring, but spring is something else. It's definitely yeah. It's old enough? No, it's an old prison. Why would I ever? I mean, I guess if I was like sightseeing and needed to like specify to somebody that something was an old prison, I guess it sort of makes sense. Right, so words.
È una prigione vecchia.
Prigione. It sounds like prison, right? So I guess we can go off of that, and I should have probably picked up on that. It's fine. Hi, Pedro, how are you?
Noi siamo capaci.
Noi siamo capaci. We are capaci. We're gonna say capable because again, similar words, capaci, capable. They sort of match up. I'm doing pretty well. I'm a little sleepy, but we're chilling, learning some language, doing some things. Capaci. Are you alone? So
Sei
sola.
sola.
A. Again, solo is derived from Latin. Sola, solo is language. I've mentioned earlier in the stream that I used to be conversational in Italian. I also speak a bit of Korean, which we'll probably be working on later on in the stream. I'm just very rusty in my foreign languages right now, so that's why we're brushing up on them on this lovely Sunday morning. Where is the bar?
Dove?
Dove
Il
il? Is it just bar? It might just be bar.
bar.
It is just bar. You know English and French? Honestly, like, of the 3 Romance languages, French is the one that I've been able to pick up on the least. Oh, you lived in Korea? Were you, like, if you don't mind me asking, were you just there, on, like, work or something? Were you enlisted in the military? Because I know a lot of people spend a fair bit of time in Korea. You were just there living? Okay. I feel like most people I talk to that spent a few years in Korea, they were stationed over there.
Lui porta gli occhiali.
In spite of the fact that I was, at one point in my life, able to speak Italian, I feel better and more comfortable with Korean than Italian these days. Lui porta gli occhiali. I think actually this is clowns. But that can't be right because yeah, no, this is definitely La Porta Italia. Nice. Yeah, I had plans to go visit Korea last year, but then, you know, COVID and all that. He wears glasses. Occhiali is there's a connection with eyes there. Yeah. Honestly, like I mean, I would have probably done what I could to stay in Korea because it's not like the States has handled COVID especially well. Yeah. He is a capable person. Capace. Because as we went over earlier, capace is capable. Capace persona.
Persona.
Ah, fuck! I forgot that there's this stupid A. See, this is why Korean is so much easier. I wouldn't have to worry about that in Korean. Good. Hopefully that'll be soon with the vaccine rolling out and everything. Okay. Really? I only scored 2.1 out of 5? I didn't feel like I did that poorly. Does it, like, judge based on the time I took to answer each question? Is that what happened? I don't understand. Okay, alright. I mean, that's fine. It was just a progress test. and I haven't touched my Italian in forever. Like, it shows that I've done these at some point, but it's probably been a lot of months since I even just casually looked at this. Brazil definitely has its issues, but I hear that it's like absolutely gorgeous. Real quick, we're just gonna go do a Korean progress quiz and see how we do in comparison. E is this.
파티, 파티, 파티.
파티, 파티, 파티!
저 건물이 큽니다.
저 건물이 큽니다. That 건물이, I think that's gonna be building, is big.
귤은 과일입니다.
귤은 와닐입니다. 겨울은 fuck, what is 겨울? I think is it fruit? I know it's not dog. Pretty sure it's not orange. I think orange is just like orangey. Could be tangerine. Is cold. This feels wrong. I feel like I'm wrong. The tangerine is a fruit! Son of a bitch.
공이 더럽습니다.
That makes sense. 공이 더럽습니다. Okay. 공이 공ball? 공이 ball is no. It's not man. Unless I'm wrong. It's not child. Child is ai. Man is 남평. No. Maybe. God, I'm so rusty. I didn't think that this was dirty. 달립니다. Gong is ball. Gongi is definitely dirty? Maybe? Hey, okay.
이 아이와 이 고양이가 같이 2편으로 달립니다.
Okay. Okay, so the child, this child specifically, this child, 아이와 이 고양이가, this child and cat, this cat, together, 입변으로 Okay, so this is what screwed me up, is because this is run. 달립니다 is run. 같이 is together. 이편 Oru indicates things. So 이편 I think is street. Yeah, that's the thing, is because like I have like an actual education in Korean, like I took Korean in college. Duolingo works for me because I already know the grammar. So a lot of times it's just like refreshing the words. I'm working on some language learning, Ibsker. And by language learning, I mean language refreshing. Because, like, I know that... So this is ai, and then wa means and, right? And then goyangi is cat. So this is the base word, and then ga is just the subject modifier thing. I forget what they're called. And then gachi is together, so that's just a word. And then this is our place. This uro. God, I can't speak. Uro means like in or at, essentially. And then dalipnida is so dari is run, if I remember correctly, because no, dari is leg specifically, but like it all makes sense. Okay, so run in. You know what? I think it's run in that direction. Run in that direction. No. It's run in this direction because it's E again. I was looking at this as one word, but it's not. Run in Pyeon. Pyeon. What is Pyeon? Run in this. Street together. Maybe? Damn it! This direction. So close. I mean, even just knowing the Hangul is helpful. Yes, men are people. Yay. 남자는 남자 is okay, yep.
사람입니다.
Korea is beautiful. 한국은 where is beautiful? 이름.
아름답습니다.
아름. So 한국 is Korea. Un is just the subject marker. And then 아름다운 is the word for beautiful. So 아름답습니다 is the conjugated form of beautiful. Specifically said in the most polite, well, I think there might be one form of politeness over that, like that's specifically used for royalty, but it's not like a common thing. But anything that ends with 습니다 is the most polite form. It's what's used in like news reporting and stuff.
아이가 손으로 먹습니다.
Okay, so the child 손으로 먹습니다. The child eats with his hands. Eats with his hands. So we've got ai, which is child, ga, which is the subject marker, son, which is hands, uro, which is what indicates with, and then 먹습니다, which is the conjugated form of eats. The base form is 먹다, I think. Don't quote me on that.
여자아이가 그 책상에 앉습니다.
Excuse me?
여자아이가 그 책상에 앉습니다.
Okay, so I got 여자, so the woman.
여자아이가
Oh, 여자아이가, so the female child. So basically, 여자 is woman, I is child. So you put them together, you get a female child.
여자아이가 그 책상에 앉습니다. 그
그
책상.
책상.
여자아이가 그 책상에 앉습니다. 앉습니다.
I think that's everything. Fuck, what did I miss? Oh, I forgot the marker. I just selected the wrong one. So okay, we've got female child, the girl, whatever you want to do. Meaning the it's a subject marker more or less. Chiksung, which is desk. A would have been what indicated at. Is like so. Gu is the. How do I explain it? It means that. So like E is this. Gu is that. And then ansumnida is sits. It's the conjugated form of sits. A house is big.
집은.
So the house is big. It's not napun. It's not 많습니다. Unless it is. 큽니다.
큽니다.
Maybe? Does that sound right? I don't know. It was. Hey, look at that. I remember things.
노래와 춤.
Sometimes the most important thing is just to not question yourself and just trust that your memory actually like knows what it's doing. So norewa is nore is song, and then wa is indicating and then chum is dance.
이사과.
Isagwa is this apple. Sagwa is apple. That child disappears. So 그 아이는
아이는
and then disappears. Is going to be Jamga or Barak. I don't know this one.
잠가요.
That's not right. Jamga is something else that I just can't remember right now. Wayo, I think would mean that you would be able to see the child.
사라져요.
사라져요. We're gonna try that one. A. I eat this. 저는
저는
eat.
먹습니다.
I didn't put the right subject modifiers. That was on me. I got lazy.
여자들이 아름답습니다. 여자들이 아름답습니다.
여자들이, so the women.
여자들이 아름답습니다.
Okay.
아름답습니다.
So it's the women are beautiful. So you've got 여자, which is woman, and then 들이 indicates that there's more than one. That's what makes it plural. 아름답습니다. Yeah, well, like my thing is, when I was taught in my class, my teacher was just like, honestly, modifiers in like common speech aren't necessary. You can just leave them out. A lot of people do. And so when you come into something that's just like, no, you need to have modifiers. It's just like, well, but do I? Do I though? You sure, Duolingo? This is a desk. So
이것은
and then 책상.
책상.
우리 fucking입니다. I mean, it's a thing that you'll pick up on with time. That woman over there goes from the house to the library. Okay, so that woman over there is going to be
저,
if I remember correctly. Because 그 is that, but it's not like that over there. And then 여자가. That woman over there.
집에서. 도서관까지.
같이. 갑니다. Questioning
갑니다.
myself. That should be right though, because okay, we've got that woman. 집, which is house, 에서, so from the house to the library. 도서관 is library. 같이 should be right. Hell yeah. The children run to that building. So children is going to be 아이들이.
아이들이.
Because again, I is child. 들이 is it makes it plural. So children. That building.
그것.
Oh no, what's building? That we know is run. We already know that that's gonna be there. That's camera. That's what that word is. We even looked at building earlier. It's gonna be this one.
건물로.
Because building is 건물, and then ro is to. That building.
달립니다.
That should be right. Fuck, what did I miss? 아이들이 was jaw? Wait. Hold on. That's not right. Maybe that's right. Ah, fuck, yeah, because it would be that building over there. It's not that building because it's not, like, close. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's that building over there.
저 여자는 키가 이만큼 큽니다.
저 여자는 키가 이만큼입니다. Okay. That woman. Honestly, like once you get the basics down, it's a really easy language. And specifically, like a lot of people get hung up on the fact that it's an entirely different writing system. But the thing with Korean is that it's like the one writing system. Yeah, it's the one writing system that we can trace the creation of it all the way back to its creation. It was developed by King Sejong. I couldn't tell you when. It was a long time ago. Specifically as a way of giving his people the ability to write, because they had been under Chinese rule for so long. Only the people who were rich enough to get an education were able to speak and write and everything in Chinese. And so he wanted to develop a system for his people so that everybody had a voice. And so with Hangul, which is the writing system, it said that an intelligent man can learn it in 1 day and an idiot can learn it in a week. Is how the saying goes. I sat down, I got the basics of it within a day or two, and like it had it mastered within a week at least. At most, I don't. It's a really easy thing to learn if you just sit down and work on it. It's only 26 characters, so it's not any more than English, the English alphabet. Yeah, it's honestly, like, learning the language itself is obviously going to be more difficult, but learning the writing system is really easy. Everything is associated with a letter or like just like 2 letters. So if we look at this, right? So this little guy that has the line across the top and the little swoopies, that's basically a J. And then we look at this line next to it, and that's what would the romanization of it be? I believe that romanizes to like an E and an O, so that's Jo. So like you just literally you can romanize it and get it all figured out. It's really easy, I promise. So like again, if we look at this, so Ing, which is this circular one, at the beginning of a word doesn't it doesn't have a sound or anything. It's just there as a place marker because you have to start each syllable with a consonant. So it basically just acts as a consonant, right? And then this one next to it is the same as all over here, but it has the double lines you can see. So that indicates that it starts with a Y instead of just being all. So this is y'all. And then we see this again is the J. And then this right here is the reverse of this. And this is an ah. So this is ja. So we've got yoja, which is woman. It's honestly, it's really, really simple. Hi, Arasaki. How are you? How's it going? I speak a little bit of Korean. So like I can read Hangul as we were just discussing. And I've taken classes and studied Korean. I was the president of my Korean club at my college. And yeah, it's been a few 5 years, 6 years. I don't know. It's been a while. And I am definitely very rusty. So what we're doing today is just sort of knocking off some of that rust. I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little bit tired. Hey, Alrad! How's it going? Okay, so we were getting through this. I've been teaching you guys Korean and not focusing on my Korean. Honestly, though, teaching is a great way to sort of solidify your knowledge of language. Like anything, even if you only know a tiny amount, like just teaching somebody else what the language is and like what things mean helps you remember that, because if you're teaching somebody else, like you have to know what that means. So I just need to make a like languages command for when I do streams like this. I used to be conversational in Italian. I've lost a lot of that. And I knew a decent amount of Korean. Both languages I could hear somebody speaking and understand what they were saying pretty much entirely. But my reading comprehension is decent. But I haven't retained a lot of my ability to speak. Like, my recall on words isn't great. So that's a lot of what I have to work on. But yeah. Italian and Korean are my main languages after English. And then I know a tiny bit of Japanese. And that's about what I've got right now. I don't play Fortnite, no. 여자는 이가 Nice. What's your first language? I don't have Warzone installed, Dibsker. We're not playing that anyways today. We're working on this. Russian? Oh, dope. I am I'm Italian, Polish, German, and Russian, and like one of my goals has always sort of been to be able to speak like each of my ancestral languages, right? I can barely speak English today though, so I mean, we'll see how that goes. I just sort of got sidetracked by Asian languages like Korean and Japanese though. Yeah, if you can pick up the context of a sentence in Italian too, like you can probably pick up the context of a sentence in Spanish because they're very similar. I wish that I had like learned more Polish growing up, especially like where I grew up. Polish was very, very prominent. The only thing I really know how to say in Polish is give me a kiss. So it's not terribly useful in day-to-day life, you know. Okay. Focusing on this. 기가 이만큼 큽니다. That woman. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot easier when you have people to speak it to. That's why I've lost so much of my Italian and my Korean, is because, like, I don't have anybody to consistently speak to in either of those languages. Like, I'm sure I could put in the effort. I know that there's, like, apps out there and stuff to connect with people that speak other languages. I just haven't done it because I'm lazy. um. Okay. Together's not right, girl's not right. We're eliminating both of those. Kiga is what's throwing me off. I don't remember what this means. Right, same. I was conversational in Italian, and I haven't spoken it in at least a decade. Yeah, no, we're gonna get this one wrong. I already know that this is gonna be incorrect. That woman over there is tall. Is this tall? What? Oh. 이만큼 큽니다. Yeah, okay. I see it. I get it. Alright. Be that way. Korean. Let's see how we did on this compared to our Italian. Ugh! Alright. Okay. Sure. Yeah, no, like, English has different dialects and everything too. It's I mean, even just in the United States, you can go region to region, and in some places you're not even gonna know what somebody is talking about because the dialect is so different. Yeah, no, just a little bit rusty. It's fine. We know where we stand now with both Korean and Italian. Our Italian is holding a bit more steady, which is fine. It's sort of expected. My skill in Italian was better than it was in Korean anyways, so, you know, it is what it is. We're gonna do some quick refreshers just to get these back up, and then we're gonna do some new lessons, I think. I want to finish up this tier, so like it automatically unlocked this for me. I do not know Laoshu. The nice thing with like some of the things for Duolingo, if anybody is trying to use Duolingo to learn a language, definitely make sure that you're looking at the tips. That is a lot of languages. Like, I could not imagine retaining that much. Like, my problem is that sometimes my brain just starts combining languages. Like, I'll start a sentence in Italian and then I'll finish it in Korean. It's especially bad between Korean and Japanese. Yeah, I'll definitely check him out later. That seems insane. I don't want a nightbot. You can't tell me what to do. But yeah, no, what I was saying is that always make sure that you look at the tips on Duolingo, because this is where it's going to teach you the grammar for what you're learning. And as much as grammar is boring as hell, it's important to know things. It's important to know sentence structure. It's important to know how you're putting words together, how you're conjugating things. All of that. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and restore this skill real quick. I think I heard io un libro. Yes. Io un libro, which mean wait.
Io ho un libro. Io ho un libro.
Io ho wait.
Io ho un libro.
Io ho un libro. I have a book. I was confused because I was like, io un libro is not right, because that is just I am book. It's not even I am book. It's I and book. I a book would be. I have a book is what we just wrote. Io ho un libro. And this is the problem with Duolingo, is that the early... What? Oh. What? Oh, because I wrote I. That's fine. That's on me.
Voi scrivete un libro. Voi scrivete un libro.
Voi scrivete un libro. It's fine. You all drink water. Voi beviamo l'acqua. Right? No, not voi. Not voi bevete l'acqua, yes.
Io ho un giornale.
Io ho un giornale. You all are women. Voi siete donne.
Voi siete ragazzi.
Fuck. Ragazzi is boys. Ragazze is girls. Oh no. I can't remember. Yes, okay. My least favorite thing about Italian and like the Romance languages in general is how like gendered the words are, because it's just annoying to have to deal with. I think that's why like I pick up on the Asian languages so much quicker, because you don't have to worry about like, okay, I have 4 different ways of writing this. How do I change this word specifically to match the gender of the verb? Like, why does my verb have a gender? It's dumb.
Bevete l'acqua.
Bevete l'acqua. We drink water. Beviamo l'acqua. I do. It's been
Noi
about a
beviamo
month
acqua.
since I was last in the server. But I've been part of NoPixel for about year and a half now.
Noi beviamo acqua.
Noi beviamo acqua. I didn't hear l'acqua. Yeah, okay. Alright, the book. Io scrivo il libro.
Voi siete donne.
Voi siete donne. But yeah, I am definitely part of NoPixel. Correct meaning, we write, you write. Voi scrivo, voi scrivete, voi scriviamo. That one.
Beviamo acqua.
Beviamo acqua. It's a shovel, but for some reason I thought it was a spoon, and I was like, why why is there a rusty spoon in my chat? This is not salad fingers. Get out of here. You all drink the water. Voi beviamo l'acqua. Mouth, please. Make the words happen the way I want them to. Also, it's not voi beviamo. Alright, Arasaka, thank you for stopping by. I have a book. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely like to go to Italy, especially because I have, like, familial ties there, right? I don't have anybody that still lives there, but, like, my family is from there. English is so hard. So I would definitely like to go there, explore where my family came from. Libre would be books. That's not even the correct way. It would be libri would be books. Libro is a book singular. So if you're conjugating, if you're making something plural, male forms of the word go to I, female forms of the word go to E. So, libri for libro, ragazza, which is girl, would be ragazze. Things like that. Yeah. Yeah, I know in other languages it's libre.
Buonanotte Chiara.
Chiara.
Buonanotte Chiara.
I'm assuming that's a name. I don't know. Buonanotte. Chiara? A. Goodbye. Arrivederci.
Buongiorno Sofia.
Buon. Giorno. Giorno. Sophia. You're welcome. Bye. You're welcome is prego? Also, my pronunciation is terribly fucking American. Sophia is a very pretty name. Like fucking prego. Let me go get some prego sauce from the store. Like, prego. Okay, if you want the Italian, I can roll my R's.
Prego, ciao.
Listen, it's Sunday. I didn't sleep well. I'm allowed to be a little bit lazy with my language. What was it?
Prego, ciao.
Prego, ciao.
Sì, io sono l'uomo.
Sì, io sono l'uomo.
Io sono l'uomo.
Sì, I am a man.
Per favore no.
Per favore, no. Alright, see, Ipsker. Good evening, Giorgio. Buonanotte. No. One, I spelled this wrong. Buonasera. Wait. Yeah, because sera is evening.
No,
Yeah, okay.
non è pane.
No, non è pane. This one. No, there is no bread. Or it is not bread, it's whatever. The bread, please. Il pane, please, is, Brain. Brain, please. Please remember how to say please. That's Prego is you're welcome. Okay, we're checking on this one because per favore. There's a very big difference.
Buonanotte, Pietro.
Pietro?
Buonanotte, Pietro.
Okay. Stop spelling it wrong. Buonanotte. Pietro. An apple. Apple is not sagwa, that is Korean. This is what I mean, that sometimes my brain just doesn't know which language I'm speaking. Apple. Apple is a word. It's a type of fruit. It, my brain just keeps saying sagwa. We aren't speaking Korean. It's later. Mela. Una mela. Per favore.
Prego.
I had a friend who I used to go to like really like traditional like Mexican restaurants with him, and he would give me so much shit because I'd be ordering my food and saying the Spanish names of things with an Italian accent and pronunciation, and it's just like, listen,
No,
listen,
non sei
okay,
un uomo.
I don't need your shit. I'm getting the words out, that's what matters. No, I am not a man. No, that, non sei un uomo. They are not a man. There are no men. Non sei.
Sei.
No, you are not a man. Right, that makes sense because to say, I don't know. Language when you're tired is difficult, guys. Also, this is a rough sentence to say to someone. No, you are not a man.
Il pane, per favore.
Il pane, per favore.
Arrivederci Chiara.
Arriva 30. Chiara.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. Chat, how many of you can roll your R's?
Buonasera, Gianluca.
Buonasera. Yes.
Buonasera, Gianluca.
Gianluca? How would it be spelled? I don't think that I should be counted off for not knowing how to spell a name. You know, I'm just saying, like, this shouldn't count against me. I've never heard the name Gianluca, and I grew up in an Italian family.
Buonasera Giorgio.
Buonasera, Giorgio.
Prego. Buonasera.
Prego. Buonasera.
Buonasera, Gianluca.
Buonasera, Gianluca. I'm never gonna forget how to spell it now because I'm angry at this. Okay. Oh, we're not all caught up. We've got food.
Lui mangia l'aglio.
Lui mangia. He eats garlic, guys. But I mean, who doesn't? Garlic is delicious.
Noi mangiamo una torta al cioccolato.
Noi mangiamo.
Noi mangiamo una torta al cioccolato. Una torta al cioccolato.
I mean, I know, but like Gianluca didn't sound like an Italian name. You know? I was like, okay, maybe this is like an Italian person saying like Jean-Luc.
Lui ha un pollo.
Lui ha un pollo! He has a chicken.
Voi mangiate l'uva.
They eat eggs. For some reason, in high school, me and this other girl in my Italian class thought that calling people's mothers eggs was really funny. Luva is not egg, luva is grape. I don't know why I said egg, because I very much so know the name for the word for egg. Right? Right? I'm not wrong? Luva is grape? Yes, okay. Voi would be you all.
Un uovo fritto.
Un uovo fritto. It's a fried egg. You eat a chicken. Mangiate the chicken. You pollo. Pollo. Not pollo. Pollo is Spanish.
Lui mangia l'uva.
Lui mangia l'uva. The girls eat the cake. Le ragazze mangiano la torta.
Voi mangiate il pollo.
Voi mangiate il polo?
Voi mangiate il pollo.
Yeah, polo. Welcome back, Ebsker.
Lui ha un bicchiere?
Bicchieri. He has bicchieri. Bicchieri. I don't remember what this is. It's something.
Bicchiere.
Glass. He a glass? Question mark?
Le ragazze mangiano la torta.
What was that?
Le ragazze mangiano la torta.
The girls eat cake. I would like to eat some cake. Excuse me? It's the same thing. I don't need to write the cake.
Noi mangiamo il manzo.
It's not the same thing. I know. I just want it to be the same thing. Noi mangiamo il manzo. Beef. That's what I thought. We eat the beef. You eat the bread. Mangi il pane.
Gli uomini mangiano pesce.
The men eat fish. An egg. L'uovo. Not l'uovo. Un uovo.
Voi mangiate un pesce.
You... Yes. Eat a...
Io mangio il formaggio fritto.
Io mangio...
Io mangio il formaggio
Okay,
fritto.
that's right. Formaggio fritto. I eat fried cheese, and that's very true. I love fried cheese. Excuse you? Ah!
Io mangio l'uva.
I eat the grapes.
L'aglio è nel piatto.
Garlic on the plate. The garlic is on the plate. Since you're gonna make me speak formally.
La ragazza mangia
Bullshit.
l'uovo.
The girl eats eggs. Eats the egg.
Voi mangiate l'uva.
You eat the grapes.
Le ragazze mangiano la torta.
Le ragazze... Le ragazze mangiano... Excuse me? Brain? Hello? Wake up? Mangiano...
Le ragazze mangiano la torta.
la torta. Alright. Why?
Io
Am I
mangio il
leaving things
formaggio fritto.
Io mangio il formaggio. Il. No, not il. Okay. I eat the fried cheese. Perfect. Great. We did it. Ugh. Today's stream might be a shorter one. My brain is fried. I'm a little sleepy. Languages are hard. Ugh. Plurals. Great. Gli insetti.
Gli insetti.
Nello zucchero.
Nello zucchero.
What? What did I do wrong? Ugh. I don't care though. We know that it's that they are there. You know, why do we need to include the
Loro sono
sono?
cuochi.
They are cooks. Perfect. I have the glasses, she has the bottles. Io ho... Japanese is one of my better classes. Languages in general are my better classes, but I just... So, like, I forgot that daylight savings was a thing. And I had plans to be in bed nice and early. And then I was just like, oh shit, I'm losing an hour tonight. I need to go to bed earlier. And then I tried to go to bed earlier and I couldn't sleep. And you know how sometimes when like you're in bed and you know that you need to sleep and then you can't sleep and it just makes it like even more difficult to sleep? Yeah, that's what happened. And then I couldn't really sleep. And then I woke up a million times overnight and this morning. And I'm just ready to go back to bed. That's entirely fair. I think for me, what made it easier was that there was a different alphabet, so I could distinguish it enough from any other language that I already knew. 'Cause like, as we've already seen, languages get mixed up in my head, and then I know the word in one language, and I just can't think of it in the other, even when I know what it is. So having that like physical distinction of at least the written language is different. It helps for me. Yeah, no, it was not a pleasant night. So I think legitimately I might go for like another half hour and then this might just be a shorter stream for today. I've enjoyed doing this though. We might like this might become like our Sunday thing or something where we just chill and study language and stuff. Okay.
Io
Ho the glasses is going to be le bottiglie. Le ha I. Nope, I did that backwards.
I
bicchieri.
bicchieri.
Yeah, I think it's been nice. And I like things that like allow me the ability to just like shoot the shit with chat too and like learn about you guys. I think it's difficult sometimes playing games to just like have any actual like conversation and connection with chat. Like it can definitely happen. It's just easier when we're sitting here just talking about our language experiences and stuff.
Le bottiglie.
The bottles. Birds. Birds. Bird. What is bird? Uccelli. I would not have remembered that.
I gatti.
The cats. That's what I wrote. Oh, I needed to type what I heard. That's on me. Noi siete cuochi.
La donna mangia mele.
La donna mangia mele. Wait, did that say donna?
La donna mangia mele. La donna mangia mele.
La donna mangia mele. The insects are in the sugar.
Gli
I
insetti
sono
sono
nello
nello
zucchero.
zucchero.
I gatti.
I gatti. Bum bum! We did it! Trying to decide how I want to do this. I think I want to do one of each. I have a monkey. A monkey would be una Mia? Is it a hard C? Mia?
Un cavallo è un animale.
A horse is an animal. See, like, this is a prime example, right? I saw that sentence, I immediately knew what it meant. But if somebody asked me to say horse in Italian, I would not be able to pull that word from my brain for love or money. Like, nope, just not there. But I know the word, I understand it. There's no hesitation in my brain when I see it, what it is.
La scimmia.
Scimmia.
Il topo mangia lo zucchero.
Il topo
Il topo
mangia lo zucchero. The mouse eats the sugar. The cat is an animal. Sorry.
La gatta.
È un animale.
Il cane beve. Il cane beve.
The chicken is a bird.
Il
pollo.
pollo.
Pollo, not pollo. It's not Spanish. Il pollo è un uccello. He has a dog. Le o un cane. I think cane is masculine. Oh, wasn't correct because it wasn't how it's conjugated for. Also, I think I wrote like, I don't even know. Un cane. Beautiful. Did it. Food. What do we got here? She eats the orange. Oh, it's not. I was thinking about orange in Korean. Rain, please. Le mangia l'arancia.
La
Cat is very easy to
marmellata non è
remember.
dolce.
La marmellata non è dolce. The jam is not sweet. The cake is sweet. La torta
La
è
torta
dolce.
è dolce.
Noi beviamo la limonata.
We drink
Noi.
the lemonade. All right, have fun. Talk to you later.
Beviamo. Noi beviamo la limonata.
La limonata. I eat the stick.
Io Mangio.
La
La
bistecca.
bistecca.
Il limone. Il
Il limone.
limone.
We drink lemonade. Noi
Noi
beviamo
beviamo la
la lemon.
limonata.
It's gonna fight me if I don't have. Ah, there's la. That's not necessary. She eats a strawberry. Oh no. Strawberry. Strawberry. What is strawberry? Fagioli. Le mangia una fragiola. Perfect! That's us, chat. We're perfect. All of us. Every single one of us here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Start though. The horses are mine. The horses is plural. I cavalli. This one sono I miei. Yes.
Lui è il mio pranzo.
He has my lunch? No. Pranzo.
Pranzo.
Yes, lunch. Okay. Again, don't second guess your memory, guys. Your memory knows better than you do. The soup is not mine. La zuppa.
La zuppa. È non miei.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Lei è la mia ragazza.
Lei è la mia ragazza. She is my girl. My girl. Okay, you do not eat my candy. Non mangia. Would also be mangiate. We're gonna go with that. Le caramelle. Oh, nope. Le
mie caramelle.
Maybe? Okay.
I miei cavalli non mangiano riso. I miei cavalli non mangiano riso.
I don't think rice is good for horses, if I remember correctly. The cat is mine.
Il gatto.
I'm questioning everything now.
È miei.
Right, because one is used when following a plural, and my brain just put that together. Okay. All right. I got you. Yeah. Mie is following a plural. So if this were like I gatti e mie, then that would be correct. But we're not following a plural. It's il gatto e il mio because we're matching the form of the subject.
Le mie mele sono nel piatto. Le mie mele sono nel piatto. Le mie mele sono nel piatto. Le mie mele sono nel piatto.
You're right. My apple is on the... My apples, it's plural. Whatever. This is why Italian is annoying. Because plurals and shit. My dog eats chicken.
Il
Mio, because it's singular.
cane
Mangia
mangia
pollo.
pollo.
Bam. Okay, we've got this down now.
La
La zuppa.
zuppa è
è
non mio,
non è mio, I think, is right.
non è mio.
Fuck. Because I have to match the stupid gender of the soup because soup has a gender. It's dumb. It's all dumb. The cat is mine.
Il
Il
gatto
gatto
è
è
il
il
mio.
mio. So the cat, it is so difficult to like, because this doesn't translate nicely into English, right? Is like the cat is the mine. Like to show possession, we have to use il, and it's just it's dumb. The soup is not mine.
La
La
zuppa.
zuppa non è
è
la mia.
mia.
So the soup is the mine. Is basically how this would directly translate. And that's Italian for you. Yeah, it's the sentence structure is really difficult when you're coming from English. It's not the most it doesn't come as second nature. It's not natural at all. It's just like, hey, this is how you have to structure the sentences. Okay, we're gonna do another round of these 4 that we don't have mastered, and then I think I'm gonna call it for the day. Yeah, it's a lot of brain rework. Actually, you know what? We're gonna hop over to Korean. This probably isn't the best for my brain to do, but just so that I can show you guys a little bit of the like sentence structure in Korean. This right now, what we're strengthening, because I just haven't practiced Korean in so long, is just characters. So like I was explaining before, you've got iung here, which is just it's nothing if it's placed before the vowel. And then you've got these 2 lines here, which normally would just have a singular line between them. That would be a. Would be the sound of the word, but because there's 2 lines, it makes it start with a y, so it's ye. Yes would be ye. Actually, that'd be yo. It's pronunciations. They're a thing.
예,
Yeah. Yes.
예.
Yeah. Okay, so like I think I explained this incorrectly. No, never mind, because this one has 2 lines, which means that it's a. It's a lot easier if you just sit down and learn the characters yourself rather than having a tired person explaining them to you. Uyu is milk. So this one's really simple because they're right next to each other.
우유.
So you have this character that looks like a T. That's u or u. And then this one right next to it is just the modified version of it where you have a y at the beginning. So it turns into u. So like if I were to write them out in English, you have uyu. Or put together as they would be to form the word. This is the romanization of this up here. easy peasy when you just sit down and learn it.
You.
You. Yeah. Oh. So this one's really silly because there's a bunch of different ways that you can say yes. There's yay, nay, which is like sort of a I wouldn't say like passive aggressive, but it's very much so like if you imagine like a grumpy old grandpa type who just doesn't give a shit about what you're saying, and you said something to him and he was trying to respond in the affirmative, he'd just be like, Okay. Also, this character is very difficult to explain. So you have Ian up here, and then I feel like that's maybe wrong. I feel like I'm telling you the wrong word for it. But you have this guy up here, which again, it's just coming before the vowel. This little line is basically, it would be romanized to like EU. So it's like ooh. It's a very weird sound / letter to try and say. And then if you put this guy after a vowel, it turns into ng. So like ng. So when you put them together, you get ng. But yeah, it's different politeness levels of how you say yes. Like you're not going to if you're talking to somebody that you've never met, you're probably never going to be like yay or to them. You're going to say ne. And that's a lot of what Korean is based on, is just politeness levels.
아이.
I is child. Yeah.
예.
Right, yeah.
아이, 우유.
There's 3 or 4 different levels of politeness in Korean. So there's the one that you would use in like business settings, or like I said earlier, if you were like a newscaster or something along those lines. Then you have one that's just like traditional politeness. That's what most people use just out on the street talking with people that they've just met. Like you would use it in a restaurant or things like that. You use it with people when you're speaking to your elders. And then you have the like most informal one that you use pretty much only with close friends and family. Child and milk. You is going to be this one. Eh. We'd harmonize it like that. I. Child. Eh.
여.
Ya.
여.
So yeah, this is this is yo. So it's anytime that there's 2 lines, you're just adding a y to the beginning of whatever the base letter is, more or less. That's that one. Bum bum. We've earned so much experience today. Okay. Right, and then there's like a super formal, which like I said, is used, it would be used in like high courts and with like royalty and stuff. It's not a thing that's taught commonly anymore. Okay, so we've got to.
또.
Yeah.
세.
Where things get a little bit tricky is when you have like double consonants like this. Right, yeah, exactly. Because it's really difficult to describe how to pronounce that, because it's still like a s sound, but it's like this one specifically. One of these little tent looking guys would be an S. But it's just sort of a sharper sound when you have two of them. And it's definitely one of the pronunciation points that English speakers, I think, struggle with the most. Like, this one is two G's put together, but is pronounced like a K. But it's not, it's sort of like a mix between how you pronounce a K and a G. So like G, you got G. K, you got K. And this, it's just sort of like K. I don't even, we'll just make the sound happen for you.
Ki.
So like it's really, really difficult to explain. And the one thing that like my Korean teacher, like, she was from Korea. She was first generation over here. And we got to this unit in class and like nobody was really getting it, and she would just sit there and keep repeating the sounds over and over again, and it was just like, those sound almost exactly the same. And she would get so frustrated that we couldn't tell the difference, and it's just like, okay, well, this is what happens when you grow up with these sounds being distinctly different, right? Like, of course, to her, it's gonna sound different. She's gonna know what the difference is because she heard it growing up her entire life. But for us and our stupid, like, American ears, it's just like, what's the difference? Excuse me? Tyo.
Kyo.
Kya is going to be this
Cat.
one.
Tun. Che. Kyo. Da.
Wow. So like this. This is two D's. These two little almost squares. But when romanized, it's written with a T because it's like toi. Instead of toi or doit, it's toi. I don't know if that makes sense. Or if there's like a distinct difference to anybody else. It is sort of like a cat peeking through a doorway.
Si. Si.
Toi. Toi.
Da.
The cat is just
Cat.
always going to be looking at us. Yeah.
Cat. Pyo.
Yo.
시,
Seed.
Ton.
Ton. Ton. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. Pyo.
Pyo. Pi.
B. Ton.
To.
That's not ton.
Ton.
What am I doing?
Due.
Way. So this is another one. This one looks more like a cat. This is like a cat just like being a creep in the doorway of the bathroom while you're in the bath. So these two characters would be pronounced as like a B. But in this case they're romanized as P because it's like pue instead of pue or bue. It's pue. What sound does the creepy bat cat make? Pue. Qui.
귀, 새,
Which one is the creepy cat that says pue?
돼,
Is this one?
귀,
This one doesn't look like a creepy cat. This is just like a dissatisfied dude. I don't know. Like, I don't see cat in this one. But it's definitely still a face. Now, like, I'm legitimately, every single time I'm reading Korean, I'm just gonna see faces. Qui.
새,
Bum bum. It might also just be that, like, I'm old and I'm used to, like, old emojis that were text-based. And so, to me, it looks like, yeah, ASCII emojis. In the long, long ago, back when I was a wee child. So my brain is just, like, conditioned to recognize characters as faces. Adjectives! Let's go!
저는 슬픕니다.
Okay, 저는 슬픕니다. I don't remember what 슬픔 is.
슬픕니다.
Oh, I am sad. But I don't remember it because I don't use it very often. School is boring. 학교는
학교는
boring is going to be 행복합니다. I don't think that's right. 피곤합니다 is not right. That means tired. That's in our title for the stream today. Except that we're using the less formal politeness level in our title. So this is a good example. 피곤합니다, right, is to be tired. You could just literally just write 피곤합니다 and it means I am tired. What I have in the title is 피곤해요. It's just a different conjugation. The root is still the same. 피곤. Pigon is tired. 피곤다 would be the base word. If you were speaking informally with somebody, you could just say 피곤. I think you would say 피곤해. It really depends. But yeah. Politeness levels. 합니다. 아픕니다. That means sick. I don't remember. You do? Okay.
지루합니다.
가수가 행복합니다.
가수가 행복합니다. 가수. What is 가수? Park?
가수가
Singer. The singer. 행복합니다.
행복합니다.
The singer is happy. So again,
가수가.
가수 is singer. Ga is the subject marker.
행복합니다.
행복하다 would be the base word. So 행복합니다 is
행복합니다.
happy. If you were conjugating this into a less formal form, it would be 행복해요. And to a lesser than that, it'd be 행복하. The movie is boring. 영화는 재미없습니다. Okay, so this one is different than what we just saw, right? So there is a word for boring, or you can say 재미없습니다. So this could be written as 재미있습니다, which would be is interesting essentially. But by putting the up right here, it negates it. So you're saying basically what this sentence is the movie is not interesting. Also, notice that the sentence structure is a lot more sensical than Italian. We have movie, we have is not interesting. Easy peasy.
고양이가 행복합니다.
고양이, so cat.
고양이가
행복합니다, which is happy, right? We just
행복합니다.
went over that? Yes. The cat is happy.
저는 착합니다.
저는 착합니다. Yeah, if we were writing in Italian, that would be I actually don't know how that sentence would be structured in Italian, but it definitely would not be as smooth. 착합니다.
착합니다.
Okay, I am nice. I lost so many of my everythings from Korean. 저는 착합니다. I am nice.
개가 뚱뚱합니다.
개가 뚱뚱합니다. So 개가 is dog. 개 is
개가
dog. 뚱뚱합니다 is one that I remember somewhere deep down inside of my brain because I just love the word.
뚱뚱합니다.
Is fat. Right. Because when you think like about calling something fat, I just feel like 뚱뚱합니다 is just it feels like you're calling something fat. I don't know what it is. Just 뚱뚱 just feels fat. It feels like a fat word. Is the best way I can describe it.
남자가 이상합니다.
The man 이상합니다. So 남자 is the man.
남자가
Then we have our subject marker.
남자가 이상합니다.
The man is strange. 이상합니다.
남자가 친절합니다.
남자가, so again, we have the man. Exactly, right? Like, it just feels like you're mocking somebody when you say 둥둥. 둥둥해요.
친절합니다.
Man is kind. 친절합니다. I'm a little sleepy.
여자가 슬픕니다.
여자가, so the woman,
여자가
여자가 being subject. 슬픈 is something.
슬픕니다.
It's sad. We already went over this.
사람들은 지루합니다.
Okay, so 사람들은 means that there's multiple. So the people, the 사람 is people, and then
사람들은
들 means multiple. 지루합니다.
지루합니다.
The people are boring. Or we could say 사람들은 재미없습니다. 재미없습니다, which would mean the people are not interesting. Either option works.
개가 슬픕니다.
The people are not interesting, the people are not fun would be another viable translation for that. 개가 슬픕니다 means the dog is sad. Again, dog is 개.
개가
가 is subject marker. 슬픈
슬픕니다.
is the base for
슬픕니다.
sad, and then we've got it conjugated.
가수가 친절합니다.
가수가 is singer. 친절합니다. I don't remember what that means.
친절합니다.
It's kind. And this is why staying consistent with studying and like keeping up with the language is super important. Because these are definitely words that I knew.
개가 착합니다.
The dog is strange. Is that
착합니다.
is good? Fuck. 착합니다. All dogs are good.
여자들은 이상합니다.
여자들은, which means the women. So 여자
여자들은
is women. 들 is making that plural. 이상합니다 is that strange?
이상합니다.
Yes. Okay, 이상합니다. 이상 is strange. The women are strange.
개는 영리합니다.
이는, so the dog. 영리합니다.
영리합니다.
The dog is clever.
여자아이가 착합니다.
여자아이가, which means the girl, the young girl. 착합니다 is happy. Is
착합니다.
good.
사람은 영리합니다.
사람은, so the person. 영리합니다. My brain is toasted.
영리합니다.
Person is clever. Not cleaver, clever. Okay, we're making this a bit harder. People are clever. So, 사람, it doesn't give me an
사람은.
option for multiple. 사람은. And then we just went over what clever was. Come on, brain. You can do it.
착합니다.
Not that one.
영리합니다.
영리합니다. The dog is fat. We know this one, chat.
개가
개가 뚱뚱합니다.
뚱뚱합니다.
I'm not gonna, but we're not gonna check that right now. I've only done one lesson. Okay. On that note, guys, I think I'm gonna call it for today. Studying when you're having problems with retention to begin with is not a great idea. But I think we're definitely gonna do this more often. It might just be a weekend thing. It might be a thing that I throw in throughout the week. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing with streaming now that I'm back to doing it consistently. So, you know, we'll see. Master! Hello. You got here just as I was finishing. You missed all of our wonderful language learning. But yeah, I am gonna go and take a nap and try and be a functional person. Thank you, everybody who came and hung out today. I really, really appreciate you. I hope that you all have a good rest of your day, evening, night, whatever time it is for you. I will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Central Time. I'm glad that you learned something. I'm glad that, like, I was able to sort of explain language stuff, even if I don't remember a lot of the vocabulary. But yeah. 10 a.m. Central tomorrow, we'll be back here. Maybe we'll be playing games, maybe we'll be learning things. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll do both. Maybe we'll do like a learning game. And yeah, if you are here and you maybe enjoyed this, drop a follow. If you're not new here, I still love you. If you're not a part of the Discord, join the Discord. There you go. If you don't follow me on Twitter, you can also follow me on Twitter. I post there. I post weird shit sometimes that has nothing to do with anything. I once posted something about how what if our belly buttons were just blowholes that evolved into belly buttons. I don't know. I have weird thoughts sometimes. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys when I see you, which will be tomorrow. We'll be here. We'll be doing things. Okay. I love you. Goodbye.